Hey, what's going on?
Billy threw away my PTA notes. Why don't we go check your office? You need to be more careful next time. You've ruined my entire day. I'm sorry.
That is Look at the Housemaid, the new thriller that follows a young woman who becomes a live-in housemaid for a wealthy couple and also harbors some sinister secrets.
That's right. Last week on the show, I interviewed Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney, and joining us now in studio to tell us more is director Paul Feig.
Hello.
Nice seeing you.
Yes. It's good to be back in Toronto. Good to be back in Canada. You know, I'm a dual citizen. So,
Yes.
I'm one of you.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I am.
Well,
My mom
welcome
was
back.
Canadian, yeah.
You always
Windsor.
dapper Paul Feig, by the way.
Oh, thank you. You know,
yes, so
I put on the dog.
yeah.
You honestly, it's your signature look now. You always look very dapper.
Listen, it has been a week, Paul, to say the least, when it comes to Hollywood. And we just wanted to ask you off the top, Rob Reiner, a great loss, of course, to the film world. I know to you personally, you posted this on X after the news of his and Michelle's deaths. Can you tell us a bit about what Rob Reiner meant to you?
He was one of my heroes. I mean, I really tried to emulate his career. I mean, if you look at the body of work he did, it was so diverse. I mean, he went so many different genres, from romantic comedy to thriller to heavy drama, and he did it so effortlessly. And he was all about performers. I think, having been an actor, and I was an actor too, we feel a little more in touch with the cast and how to get the best out of them. And Rob was just the most wonderful person. He and Michelle were just so wonderful. I hugged them at a party 2 nights before this all happened. It's just devastating.
Must have been such a shock. I also understand that you had invited Rob to the premiere earlier this week.
Yeah, no, I wanted Rob to come to that, and he was going to do a panel in Palm Springs that he wanted me to moderate, and we just can't process it, really.
Absolutely. I can only imagine. So let's talk about this movie because, this was a wild ride watching this in theaters. I said off the top of the show, I interviewed Amanda, I interviewed Sydney in New York a couple of weeks ago. What was it like for you seeing their chemistry together? Because they have some very interesting dynamics, their characters in this movie. Was it instant?
Yeah. You know, I mean, they're such pros, the two of them. And you know, I had known Amanda. We had a meeting like 10 years prior and just really hit it off. It was like, we got to do something. Cool. And then this came up. And then when the project was sent to me, Sydney was already attached. And I've been dying to work with Sydney because I think she's so talented. But they just had this immediate chemistry. And now they're like sisters. I mean, they're so close. It's lovely.
I noticed that in my interview. They were, finishing each other's sentences. And, like, you can't fake that. Like, when you do enough interviews, you walk into a room, you're like, oh, these guys actually really like each other.
Oh, no.
Which is so nice.
It's so nice, especially since they get to play so at odds in the movie.
Yeah, which is so fun.
Now, they're also Amanda and Sydney executive producers?
Yeah.
So tell us about that dynamic and how that worked.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I want everybody to be involved as much as they can. Mm-hmm. And, like Sydney really fought for a couple of things. There's a sequence in a Broadway theater that we just didn't have the budget for or the schedule for. And so we were going to cut it. And she was like, we have to have that. So she was able to go with me and lobby the studio to get the extra money and time that we needed to do it. So, yeah, it's great. Everybody is guarding what they know can be a great showcase.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think you were so fascinating because when, you were directing movies, even like 10 years ago, you think like Bridesmaids, you think Ghostbusters, you're like, oh, you know how to do comedy. And then you do A Simple Favor. And now you have this film, and you're like, oh, wait, you're also the master of suspense, which is so cool. But in a lot of your projects, there really are strong female characters. What is it about these stories and these characters that you're continually drawn to?
I just love telling stories about women, and well, yeah,
and you do it well.
Well, thank you. I don't know. I was very close with my mom. I was an only child. All my friends were girls growing up, so I just feel more comfortable in that.
I love that.
But also, women's stories of women on screen have been reduced to kind of one-dimensional characters for so long, and it bugs me. And I know so many talented people, so to give them these juicy three-dimensional roles to play is just, that's my catnip.
I can only imagine. Did you always want to kind of be a master at different genres?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I was saying about Rob Reiner, I was always so inspired by him and like Howard Hawks is one of my favorite directors who would go from screwball comedy to a gangster movie to a Western.
Sure.
And, and I directed a lot of television before I was making movies. Same thing. I'd be on a medical show one day, and then I'd be at The Office the next day in Arrested Development. So you get to jump around and try a lot of things, and I like to keep changing it up.
All right. So what is next? I know this is just coming out, but what's next then for Paul Feig?
We got a few things in the pipeline. There's a chance if this does really well, we could make another one of these right away. That's the hope. So show up if you like it. Show up, and we can do another one.
Oh, I like that.
But is there anything creatively on your radar you would like to do next?
Again, jumping genres all over the place.
Yeah.
Love to do a musical. Would love to do a Western. Love to do a sci-fi epic. There's just a lot of fun to be had, especially since I like to bring kind of a bit of comedy to it, or a twist, quirkiness to them.
Yeah.
It's fun to kind of play in genres and do your thing to them.
At this point, do you just have scripts flying at you? Do people just want you to be all over everything?
You get a lot of scripts submitted.
You can do it.
You get a lot of scripts submitted, but God bless writers. But there's very few scripts that come through that are good. That's why we tend to go to books. Also, we're constantly looking for books, just like The Housemaid was.
Yeah. By the way, we should say that this is different than the book, right? For people that
well, it's true to the book, but then you get extra at the end.
Okay.
Yes. So if you think you know, you don't know. You don't know.
I have heard from fans who have, or journalists who didn't read the book and who have read the book, and everyone's very happy.
Yeah, but everyone should have the experience you had, which you did not read the book.
I hadn't read the book.
So I said, go out, buy the book. Yeah. But then go see the movie and then read the book.
That's what I'm going to do.
Right.
I loved it so much that I can't wait to read the book now. So.
Okay, we're going to encourage everybody to go see the movie first. The Housemaid is in theaters tomorrow. The very dapper and great Paul Feig with us. Paul, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.